today. From TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Denver Broncos.
Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Denver Broncos. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar. Still nothing here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming. On third down, Bridgewater. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he's going to be out of bounds. We have a red zone alert. This defense giving up ground, and they'll look to stop a 2nd and 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his veteran tight end Landry. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They run. Robinson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Fleming. And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Zone situation, but it's 3rd down and 3, so a huge play forthcoming. On 3rd down, it's Robinson, and they'll get this down to the 10. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them?
Touchdown, Jaguars! Carter Landry, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Well, one thing you can say about Carter Landry, he has always been a red zone threat, and he makes the catch there for a touchdown.
And part of the reason he's been such a threat is his size down near the goal line and his ability, even at his age, to continue to
Time for this defense to try and stiffen as they'll try here to defend a 1st and 10 situation at their own 17-yard line. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Patrick. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Here's Bridgewater. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Melvin Gordon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's 2nd down, and the defense needing to step up. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater, and that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Give him 2 on the play there, and it'll give the Broncos a first down. This is Gordon. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal. Gordon. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
3rd and goal for Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line about the 1-yard line. He opted to go with the scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon. On 2nd down now, this defense sort of finding themselves with their backs against the wall. Ball in the red zone. From the 16, Bridgewater. Out quickly to Judy. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Bridgewater finding Judy there for the Bronco first. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time.
This offense, they've got a really nice drive going, and now it's 1st and goal. Back to throw again. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope. Key coming up here, preserve the lead for this defense. 4th quarter, close game. 3rd down, here we go. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He's got Gordon, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge. and looks like he'll throw here. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's brought down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fleming. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield. Bridgewater. Finding Sutton. Not much there, only a yard. The Broncos in the hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Here's Bridgewater. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Bridgewater. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time. And that'll bring up second down. Bridgewater to throw. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down. Desperation time, fourth down, Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, their first fourth down to Tim Dermott. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the fourth quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for Jacksonville, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I was talking with my crew before the show. By the way, best production team in the biz, or at least that's what they tell me to say. Anyway, I think it's worth discussing on air for this podcast the new Nike commercial they debuted last night. It was not good. It was amazing. You get all these dramatic shots with NFL stars like Lamar Jackson and Russell Wilson. But get this, the final shot They reserve it for the rookie QB from Jacksonville as he puts on his Jaguars helmet and just stares a hole through the camera. I'm talking a serious mean mug. And look at this. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. Of course, some people just can't enjoy a good thing. They're saying it's too much, too soon, blah, blah, blah. But look, that's the get off my lawn crowd anyway. Now, it's not like the kid directed the commercial. He just appears in it. I mean, you tell me. I mean, how many people out there would say no to being in a Nike commercial that gets splashed across primetime TV? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? We're talking about Nike here. Look, anyway, enough about all that. Why don't we get to the segment we actually had planned before I went off on that diatribe? And you know what? It's a good one for a lot of reasons.
Listen, conditions are going to be wet and windy this weekend because of the hurricane coming in. And even if it doesn't hit directly, you're getting those outer bands. Probably not going to put the ball in the air as much. So, you got to make the most of your chances.
now on EA Sports, and this being Florida, the weather here this time of year, unpredictable to say the least. These two teams returning from what was almost an hour-long delay in this third quarter, and we'll resume with an important play coming up, a 3rd and short in a 14-6 ball game. Following the fumble recovery, Fleming. He finds Robinson. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. A big completion there right out of the delay to keep the drive moving.
And any momentum this defense had is completely evened out by now. And Brandon, I'm starting to wonder about throwing the football and about receivers making cuts because this field is taking on a lot of water while that system was coming through.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. Back to throw. Fleming. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 106 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Murray now on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jordan Smith showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray. He's got it to Williams. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Dorsett on the return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. They go play action here on first down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Fleming. Here's the tight end. This is Landry. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A couple of nice plays for Jacksonville. Another first down there.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and you watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one.
Right there, Chenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. LaVisca Chenault, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars have moved down in front here in the fourth quarter. Well, quite a comeback here. Remember, when that weather delay hit, they were sitting on just 6 points, but all that electricity seemed to wake them up somehow. As they've come back, they've gotten that offense in gear.
And I think you and I need to
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Moore now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Cardinal offense takes back over. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Murray now on first down. It's Williams on the catch. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Murray now. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back speed.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Here's Dorsett. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
And he's right there on the doorstep now. Off play action. Fleming. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run with ETN. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Again, if you're just joining us and wondering why this game is still going on, we were delayed 55 minutes in the 3rd quarter due to lightning in the area. The teams went back to the locker rooms. Fans were asked to seek shelter in the concourse, but we're back going again and still on the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Fleming. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on 1st down. Fleming. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Well, good job shifting right, finding his target. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 37. 23 yards the pickup there.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Jumbo now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. Set to return it. Here's Moore. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down 24-14. 2:01 remaining. Their perfect start to the season in serious peril as they come up on 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Chase Edmonds, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
2nd and 10. Now Murray. Incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw is Murray. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts it in the only hopes that they have.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
Since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of the horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for the Jaguars, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.